So you may be asking yourself, what dead horse is Kevin going to beat today? Stick around and I'll show you. Is that a cop? I think that's a cop back there. There's a state trooper behind me. But anyway, today we're going to head to the pond and we're going to try to fix another problem that's come up with the DJI Mini 4 Pro. Now, we've tested this problem out a couple of weeks ago. However, we couldn't get it to duplicate, but I got some insider information on how to make it happen. So we're going to use the DJI Mini 4 Pro Dwight, and we're going to try to get him to screw up again. Then we're going to try to fix it. I'm just hoping that there's nobody out here at the pond because I got to get out of the truck for this one, and I got to stand in the middle of a field so I can be the subject. If there's already somebody at that pond, we'll have to leave and come back to this pond. So many ponds, so confusing. You guys had any problems come up recently with the Mini 4 Pro in addition to what we've already mentioned here since the last update? Now, personally, I haven't experienced anything yet, but I've seen some videos where some guys have had some other problems, so eventually we may be able to approach those, but I think that another update's going to be coming out soon, so it might be a, what do they call that, a moot point? Why do they say moot? Is it moot or mute? I don't even know. All I want is for an update to come out, whether it's a firmware or a fly-up update, come out and fix our drones. That's all we're asking DJI, is for our drones to fly the way they're supposed to. All right, guys. Whoa, almost lost Dwight. Well, we're here, and there's nobody else in the parking lot. We've arrived. Oh, crap. Is that card full? Let me put Dwight back up right here. So, you guys remember all the problems that we've had with the rocket lately, and with, I guess, some other problems, but mainly with the quick shots? Well, yes, I'm here to beat that dead horse once again. But I think this is going to be the last time that I address it. So I got to find a battery that isn't totally dead because I forgot to charge these things last night. Oh, it looks like I got two of them that aren't totally dead, so we'll go with number one today. Anyway, since I got Dwight out here, I want to read you guys a comment that we got a while back. For those of you living under a rock and don't know what I'm talking about as far as the rocket camera problem, whenever you have your Mini 4 Pro and you're trying to do a rocket and you've got a test subject standing right here, if you have the test subject in line with the drone, or the gimbal is at 0 degrees or maybe just a couple of degrees low, then when the drone goes up and it does the rocket, it's fine. But when it comes back down, it shoots the gimbal straight up into the air. And you can't touch that gimbal until the drone is finished returning back to its originating spot. Well, we have a workaround for that. And we got that workaround for Moto GT a couple of weeks ago. And we did a video on that demonstrating what he, I guess, explained, and it worked. Well, pulling his comment back up, Moto GT said there's a workaround so that the gimbal won't tilt up as it's going down. Mark the ground instead, not the subject. So what we did was we marked the ground in front of where I was standing. We did the same rocket shot, and sure enough, the gimbal wasn't messed up. It actually worked like it was supposed to. To follow up on that, we got a comment from Gary Lenane, and he said the helix in quick shots is even more messed up on the auto return. When it's finished, it moves at 50 meters. Well, we tested that, and we didn't seem to have a problem with that, but I didn't know exactly what the issue was, so I asked Gary to elaborate, and he said the issue with the helix is when you start off like you did with the rocket at the same level as yourself. Gary's saying that when you're doing a helix, if you have a subject that's the same level as the drone, and as it goes around, I guess when it comes back to its spot, it shoots the gimbal straight back up again. So we're going to test that out as well. Well, now we've got another viewer that provided a potential solution for the rocket problem. Infinite Success Academy said part of the problem is that when you click on the X, it draws a box around you. However, you need to become more of a point of interest. In order to do that, hit the X and get the box around you, and then physically move around a bit until the box turns into a point of interest. You'll know when it happens because the box goes away and a pin, like in Google Maps, symbol will appear. Try that and see if Dwight does the rocket correctly. So we're going to try that, and we're going to try the helix today. So let me get out into this field over here so I can become a subject of interest, and not a subject of interest from the police. Wow, that was dumb. All right, well, I'm going to get Dwight all opened up here, get his battery in him, and get this test started. I've gotten so many comments, guys, about this being on my controller and me not paying attention to it. I'm telling you what, I can't even follow my own instructions, but I'm going to do that right now while I'm thinking about it, because I think that's one of the funniest sources of contention on our channel. People really get upset whenever I don't pull these antennas up. I'm going to carry everything up to the spot before I get anything turned on here, because it's kind of a long walk. So let me get started here. Oops. Did I mention that it got a little bit warm today? Check out this air data information. I'm telling you what, it's not too bad. I need to get me a GoPro battery or two, because the GoPro batteries haven't been lasting hardly at all. All right, Dwight, you ready? Me too. Remember that sign that used to be right there? Yep, it's gone. I gotta watch out for ant piles because I'm again in flip-flops here. Like that ant pile right there. Sure is nice to be back in Florida to be in some warmer weather. Well, this seems like a pretty good spot if you're not looking at that ant hill. All right, I say we set up right here. All right, well, I don't see any ant piles here, so I think we're safe. I'm gonna turn on the controller first. Then I'm gonna turn on Dwight. And we're gonna get this test going here. Come on, Dwight. There you go. This grass is kind of tall, so it makes it difficult for this landing pad to set flat. This test really shouldn't take too awful long, but I say that all the time. And guess what? It takes forever. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get the screen recording up here. And it started, so I think we're all set there. Where is the battery level for the controller? Let me double check that. It looks like we're down to 74% on the controller, so I've never really had the controller die down like that before. But again, I didn't charge it either, and I've done several flights with it since last time it was charged up all the way. All right, Dwight, your home point's been updated, buddy. How about that? Are you ready for this? Okay, so the home point's been updated. We got 14 satellites. I'm gonna go hit that there. I'm just gonna already go to quick shots, so we're already prepared. I can't go to quick shots until he's up in the air. Okay, so again, what were we gonna do? We're gonna do a rocket, and we're gonna demonstrate how the gimbal tilts up because a lot of you guys haven't seen that video. And then we're gonna try the helix and see if it does the same thing, set at the same level. And then we're gonna try Infinite Successes recommendation to try to get that rocket problem fixed with the pin instead of the box. So I think we got 20 satellites. I think we're ready to go. So let me get Dwight started here and get him up in the air so he can stretch his legs. Oh geez. You know, I keep saying, I don't know why I keep asking this to make sure that I'm checking everything, but on the left there it says don't show again. So if I would have tapped that, you know, last month, we wouldn't have this problem every time that I start the drone. All right, or every time I try to start. So let me go ahead and pinch the sticks together. We'll get Dwight started here. Geozone nearby, they're everywhere now. I don't understand that. People say that it's my fault. I don't think it is, but we'll see. All right, Dwight, you're looking strong there, buddy. You're looking really strong. So I'm ready for this if you are. So let's do this. Let me demonstrate to you guys what the rocket does whenever the drone is close to somebody. So let me go over here to quick shots. I'm gonna hit the rocket option, minimize that. And I'm gonna hit a plus on myself. And whenever he comes back down, you'll see the gimbal will shoot straight up in the air. So 3, 2, 1, let's go. I gotta plus myself. I didn't, 3, 2, 1, let's go. I was a little bit too quick there. So let me hit start. 3, 2, 1. Make sure I'm not standing in any ants. And he's starting his upward flight. What did I have him set at, 80 feet? I didn't even see how high up he's supposed to go. Hi, Dwight. I don't know what the top level is. Well, it's not going to be too awful high because he's already at 90-something% finished. So he's going to start his descent. And whenever he comes down here, just keep your eyes on that gimbal. And you'll see, there it goes right there. So there still is the gimbal problem. And I can't touch the gimbal until he comes down and he's finished with his return job. Okay, so let me pull the gimbal down now. Well, I still can't. All right, quick shot ended. I'm pulling the gimbal down now. So he's a little bit lower than he was whenever he first took off. So I'm gonna raise it up just a little bit because you guys can't see, but off camera there's a GoPro over there on a tripod, and if he's too low, he might run into that. So what I want to do now is I want to do a helix. So I'm going to hit the helix option. Okay, and I'm going to plus myself. It says max radius of 40 feet. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm not going to mess with any of the settings. I just want to hit start and see what he does. Now, when he comes back to his home point, if he puts the gimbal straight up in the air, then yeah, we got an issue because it's affecting more than just one quick shot here. So let me hit start and see what he does. So have you guys noticed how her countdown with the 3, 2, 1 is really starting to seem more in line with with when she's talking? Because it used to be kind of off. So that's a pretty cool view. I've never started a helix down low like that. That's a pretty cool spot to start from, though. It looked like a pretty neat shot. And then there was, of course, the reveal in the back when he got up so high and raised the gimbal up a little bit. All right, so now he's coming back straight down to us. Wonder if I should have stood still, because yeah, he hasn't, his gimbal didn't move and it looks good. Let me try it to where he's below me then, because he came back high. Let me pull the gimbal up a little bit. We'll try that one more time. So I'm going to hit plus on myself, and I'm going to just stand still, because me moving may have messed something up, or may have changed the setting here. All right, so his gimbal is looking, well, this looks good actually. I kind of like that shot. See how I'm in shorts? You guys are jealous, aren't you? All right, so I still got the box around me, and he's finishing up his shot now. He's at 87, 90% or so, and he's going to finish and come back. And is he going to raise up his gimbal? It doesn't look like we've got a problem with the helix, Gary. I think we're okay. Well, I guess, Gary, you might be special. The helix we're not having an issue with, so I think we're okay with that. All right, so the last thing that I want to do here is I want to try that gimbal, or that thing that Infinite Success told me to do. He said to move around so it becomes a pin. So I'm going to hit the helix option again. I'm going to go back up to rocket, because this is for the rocket. This isn't for any of the other quick shots that I know of. I'm going to hit plus on myself. So where's the box? There's the boxes there. So if I move around just a little bit, it's going to hopefully get me as a point of interest. So we'll see if that happens. If I'm doing something wrong, I'm sure somebody will tell me. But it still has the box. I don't know. Maybe I need to back up. Well, I just stepped in an ant pile. That wasn't good. I'm having a problem here. I can't get the... it won't change from a box to a pin. So I might be doing something wrong here. But I don't know. All right, so let's see. I walked away from it. I walked back, so let's try it one more time. Even though it didn't go to a pin, hopefully I don't have any ants on my shoes. But hopefully, even though it didn't go to a pin, it will still fix the problem. All right, Dwight, show me what you can do, man. I'll wave at you again. I know nobody likes when I do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. All right, I'm finished with that. Look how fast he's flying up. He's going 5 miles an hour straight up into the air. It's reached its max, or reached its movement limit. He's at 100% now, and he's starting to come back down. And it looks like the gimbal's going to shoot back up into the air. Yeah, I don't know. I can't get it to change to a pin. I wonder if it's got to do with the height, actually, of the drone. Like if the drone is above me, will it change from the box to a pin? I do know from talking to Nobby Green that it seems like this is an issue. The gimbal only changes, the gimbal only shoots itself up when it's got a person as a subject and not an object as a subject. When it's got an inanimate object, like a vehicle or whatever, it's fine. But when it's a person, I don't know how it knows the difference. All right, let me raise up a little bit more. I'm going to raise it right above me here and see if we can get the box to change into a pin. So let me hit plus on myself again, and I'm going to move around a little bit and see if we can get this box to change to a pin. Might have something to do with how close I am to the drone. It's following me around good at least. And now I put you right into the sun, I think. But yeah, I'm not having any luck with that change into a pin. I think he might be talking about a different drone. Seriously, if I'm doing something wrong, please let me know, because I'd like to try this and get the results that you're looking for. All right, so let me start this rocket again. Now he's just right above me, and the gimbal is facing down like 3 degrees. So I don't expect the gimbal to shoot straight up into the air this time. I think it's going to be just like a normal rocket shot. I do want to test the droney too, maybe at that level, and see if it does anything, or the circle. But the only one that we're seeming to have a problem with is the rocket. I think a lot of people have proven that the only one that they're having a problem with is the rocket too. And I'm probably, again, like I said, beating the dead horse. All right, so the gimbal did go back up into the air. That didn't change a thing. And he wasn't even at eye level with me. He had the gimbal at like 2 or 3 degrees, so he wasn't at the 0 degree mark. Where was he at? Yeah, he was closer to probably 10 or 15 degrees. Well, let's put the gimbal down to 25 degrees Let me raise them up a little bit more, and we'll do this one more time and see where the threshold actually is. All right, so this is the last time I'm going to do this, I promise.
3, 2, 1.
All right, Dwight. I hope that you can get it right this time, man, because this is annoying. And I don't even use the rocket shot. Like, I haven't used the rocket shot in months until somebody said that there was a problem. Now I can't stop trying it. Man. Oh, actually, it looks like I moved just now. So maybe now it's not going to do it. I just probably screwed that up. Well, I'm not doing it again. I was going to walk over to the camera and we were going to... Oh, the gimbal is still shooting itself straight up into the air. That's weird. That's really strange. That's not the result I was expecting to get there. That's really strange that it did that, because before, when it was above me, it didn't have a problem coming back down. Everything was fine. Well, now it seems like every time that I do a rocket, the gimbal's messed up. I don't know, DJI, you got to fix this. I want to show you guys how cool Dwight is. Isn't that a really cool looking drone? If you guys don't have a DJI Mini 4 Pro, you need to get one. I'm afraid they're going to be obsolete one of these days. Do you remember the DJI Mini 2 and its fate? It was replaced by a DJI 4K, and they want to pass that off as a brand new drone. I don't think so. All right, one last thing I want to do. All right, one last thing I want to do, of course, is what? A precision landing test. So let me get Dwight turned around here. I'm gonna get him up in the air, and we're gonna get him to fly out and see how accurate his landing is gonna be after all these stupid little short tests we did. All right, I think that's far enough. Let me hit return to home and see what he does. Come on, buddy. Turn all the way around and follow that green line. And we're gonna watch you land directly on this pad. All right, so he's gonna try to land. I'm gonna keep my thumb on that return home button to cancel that if I need to. But let's pull, because it looks like he's off. Let me pull the GoPro up onto Dwight so you can see where he's gonna land and where I'm gonna interrupt him, because he is way off. All right, Dwight, you didn't do a very good job today. I'm not gonna let you land though. Oh, I think I'm stepping in ants again. Yeah, you're not even close. All right, I canceled it. That was horrible. All right, I'm gonna get Dwight landed. We're gonna get back in the truck and have a conclusion. Come on, Dwight, land. Jeez. All right, well, that's all she wrote. Let's get back to the truck. Would you count that as a successful test? Pretty sure I would too. I think we've proven one thing here. I think we've proven that DJI has dropped the ball when it comes to the DJI Mini 4 Pro. Their minds may be somewhere else, I'm not sure. But DJI, get on it, fix it, make us happy. Anyway, guys, I want to thank Gary, Lene, I want to thank MotoGT, and I want to thank Infinite Success for all of your comments and for your suggestions. Really appreciate the help and the input. Guys, I hope that you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Have a great week. God bless.